Hello, everyone. Just to say, I'm sure you are as tired as I am with all the crises that have been going on in Labour Party. But hey, that's life and is to be expected. In as much as you know that there's a lot being done to destabilize all opposition parties so that it will be said that there are no opposition party. But handling crisis and all of that are things that every party in Nigeria should be ready to handle at any time, because no matter what you're doing, no matter how well you're doing, there is a strategy that some people use, which is to come into opposition and destabilize it. So hey, it's one of those things we are currently seeing going on in the Labour Party. We saw the other day when Abure did come out to make certain statements on Governor Alex Otti. First of all, he started with an interview that Governor Alex Otti had when he said that Abure was masturbating if he thinks that he's the one that is in charge of Labour Party, that the Supreme Court was quite very firm about the things that it had said and it had noted. As I'm doing this now, I'm just thinking whether I should play that particular video for you to listen to, or I should just go on with it. But I think just take a look.
Labour. So, and I said I will send you the Supreme Court judgment. So when you finish reading it, you will know that Abure is just masturbating.
Really?
Yes, he's not. He's out. There is, so you can declare yourself. You can declare yourself the president of Nigeria today. You can.
That means,
does that mean Rufai is now the president?
No, but that means his masturbations are epic.
You heard that there. So, and then of course there was a response from Abure himself. Watch this response.
Dwarfy and Lilliputian men used to be men of great ideas. It is Alex Otti that I will see, who is not only dwarfy in appearance, but also dwarfy in knowledge. The Supreme Court decision was clear, crystal clear, that issues of leadership are a domestic affairs of the party. It is unambiguous. It is.
Now we have a statement from Governor Alex Otti. So let me go to parallel facts where they say, arrest Abure for impersonation, peddling rumors of my suspension. Otti tells Inspector General of Police. And I think, first of all, what I would just like to say is that all this thing about using his police to arrest people, whatever, that should no longer be part of what we're talking about now. There are other ways that can be done to handle this whole situation. So this whole police arrest, that's so old politics. The new politics and governance we are looking for, this is not part of it. But having said that, is to go on to say, look at the statement. Abia State Governor Alex Otti has reacted to the reports of his suspension by the Julius Abure-led faction of the Labour Party, calling on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, to quickly arrest Abure for alleged impersonation. Otti, who spoke through his special advisor on media and publicity, Ferdinand Ekioma, on Wednesday, described the news of his suspension as a joke taken too far and an affront on democracy. According to Abia Governor, the Supreme Court had ruled that Julius Abure is no longer the national chairman of the Labour Party, while the Nenadi Usman-led caretaker committee had stripped Abure the authority to parade himself as the national chairman of Labour Party. And I think at this stage, I must just say that for Mr. Abure, why, if you feel that you are this popular, you're this, so why don't you just let this be? Let them have a new convention and you can run for this chairmanship position again. And if you win, you win. You continue. If you win, it makes it clear to everyone that you're the one the party wants. And if you don't win, you move aside and you continue out a whole lot of other responsibilities, that are out there for you to take on. For the records, the statement said the highest court in the land The Supreme Court of Nigeria has rightfully and unambiguously stated that Julius Abure is no longer the national chairman of Labour Party, he stated. Otti urged Nigerians to disregard the news of his suspension by Abure. Just few hours after being summoned by a committee set up by Senator Nenadi Usman-led National Caretaker Committee to come and respond to allegations of gross misconduct bordering on financial misappropriation, impersonation, and anti-party activities levied against him, Abure decided to be smart by half by rushing to the press to announce the purported suspension of Governor Otti and other eminent members of the party. Finally, we called on the Inspector General of Police to quickly arrest Mr. Abure for impersonation, while INEC should ensure full implementation of the Supreme Court judgment as a way of preserving the integrity of the Supreme Court and protecting our democracy. Ferdinand Chairman said on behalf of Otti. For me, why I don't agree with the issue of arrest, calling on IJO police to arrest him and all of that. Because I don't want the fact where the Nigerian police is almost like a willing tool of oppression. I've spoken against that a lot. And for me, one thing is that injustice is injustice, whether you think you are doing it for you or you feel the person deserves it or not. No, injustice is injustice. Don't use the power of police to go after people and all of that. Let the due process be followed. Whatever the law states on when it comes to impersonation, let that whole due process be followed. Having said that, is to talk on the issue of INEC. Why is INEC still having the name of the Abure out there on its website? Why hasn't it changed that? The Supreme Court order was sent to them, and the Supreme Court had said that go back. The party, the business of the leadership of the party, I'm trying to find the word to use now, is the business of the party. And then this party had put together a national working committee, had come together, I think the national working committee and all of that, to set up this caretaker committee of NENADI that was supposed to last for 6 months. And because of the court processes, have had to stay long. So the party has agreed to something, which is putting forth this interim chairman. And then so from the interim chairman, they will now go on to now have a convention that will bring in the the more permanent chairman. So if INEC is still not dragging its feet and not doing that, it's almost as if there's something going on. You understand? It's as if there's a shadiness, as in we'll drag this thing and make you people just be fighting without having clear cut. Even the way the Supreme Court worded its all this thing. It's just a whole lot, going on. But hey, like I said earlier at the beginning, crises are part of the things that any party in Nigeria would expect, and so it's important to stay on it and get things solved. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.